Do you have plans to stop working at some point? I hate my job. My company is actively worsening my conditions, so I quit without any compensation. I feel every minute I spend in their gray office is a minute I will never get back. Another minute away from my wife and kid. Lots of wasted hours every week. I applied to hundreds of job offers without success. However, I don't think I would feel any better in another company. My wife feels the same with her job. We had a wonderful baby recently, and separating from her because of this stupid system hurts a lot. We are lucky we already have a place and no debts, so we don't really have big expenses. We are 30-ish and we don't imagine ourselves in the grind machine until we retire in another 30 years. We have some earnings, so paying for our kids' future education is not a problem. I can work from home and I have an IT profile. But partial jobs are not really a thing in my sector. Any idea of how to work the minimum to pay bills and food? I guess I already know the answer. So this is more of a rant post. Thanks for reading. If you become lucky enough to find a way to live without working, then consider using some of your time to help labor organization, so we can build a world of freedom for everyone. The current system is based on the principle of work or die. There is no easy way out. If I win tonight's Powerball jackpot, yes, I'll probably get killed by some fascist in the climate wars before I can retire. My plan is to pay off my mortgage, work FT for 3 more years saving everything I can, then FO for the rest of my life. Apparently I get to die at some point. When I'm dead. And since I have enough microplastics in me to not be useful as a corpse, I think I'll actually get a break. Yes, one day I will die. That will be the day I stop working. Fuck student debt. I work full-time, but I am also self-employed. I develop custom software solution for small businesses located in multiple states of Midwest. Of course, there were months I had no projects, but overall it was good. Made around $40,000 YTD. Once I get land in the next 5 to 7 years, I'm out. Starting my own society. Yes, one day I'll die, then most likely stop working. I think taking sabbatical years is probably going to be a thing in the future. Rather than struggling to get to retirement age to have more than a couple of weeks off a year. Being able to recharge and recover and do things while still in good health before going back to the workforce would probably make people feel less daunted by the years ahead. I work, quit for a few months, work for a year, quit, rinse and repeat. I travel or stay in hostels or Airbnbs or family in between. I figure I'll never be able to retire. Never be able to afford a home. Never be able to enjoy the fruits of capitalism. So why even participate more than I need to? Any job that pays a decent wage crushes my soul. My soul is more important. Once you get the idea in your head to stop working, it's hard to ignore it. Last year I was thinking that I'd like to retire early. Talked with my money guy and he said I could if I wanted. Gave work 3 weeks notice. This past Friday was 1 year since I've worked. At first it was a little weird not going to work. But you get used to it. It's a lot easier to make plans when you're the only one that's involved. Having a family puts you in a different situation. I'd say save as much money as fast as you can until you reach the point where you can stop. The absolute split second I don't need to work anymore, I'm done. I'm working now to pay the bills, finish the mortgage, get health benefits, pay for my kids' college. So right now I have a lot of need to work. Once that need is gone, I'm gone. Zero regrets. IDGAF about legacy or anything. I don't care if my workplace will be okay without me. I'd quit right now if I didn't need to be here. Suicide once I get bored. Yes. Upon the sweet release of death. Not working? That is an option? As a man in my 30s, I've resolved that I will die working. No way retirement exists when I hit retirement age, which will be 85 by then. There is no other way. Unless I have a rich relative I didn't know exists, because there is no way to escape, which we claim is normal. Hopefully I get a sickness my insurance decides isn't covered and I can go out on the American dream. Penniless, asking for donations. I will probably be dead before that happens. I plan to retire in 11 years at age 59. Yeah, when I die, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully I'll die soon. I'm worth more dead to my family anyhow. Maybe I'll get really lucky and die to workplace negligence. I do. In fact, I've already stopped working for 4 years in a row. 'Twas an epic retirement. Everyone should get to stop working at some point just to understand life a little bit more. Yeah, once rent becomes undoable, I have the streets calling for me. I retired at 43. I'll start collecting SS in 27 months. I decided as a teenager that I was only going to work for the minimum time to get a pension. Fuck that work shit. My retirement plan is S-word. Unfortunately, I don't think I'll ever have the balls to fulfill it. Life is great and everything, but I'd rather die before I get ugly and old. Not the same idea as you, but hopefully, and maybe when I am 5'9", 1, 2. I have done chemo and radiation for cancer, so when I am older I have a higher chance of secondary cancers, and I would like to spend the money I am saving before I croak. Yes. I plan to stop working when I turn 30. I'm 40 now and the plan didn't work out. No further planning has been done. Already followed through with it. Fortunately, I've lucked out with crypto and saved a lot of money while living with an extended family and working an insanely stressful job. As soon as my debts were paid off, I just saved a good amount before I pieced the F out of the workforce at 40. I have enough to live quite well for the rest of my life. And have no plans on even going back to work unless things change. I'm bored and tending to my garden to grow food. But that's a lot better than being stressed out for little return of my time and wanting to kill myself. I'll never be able to afford retirement. I'll stop working when I've had enough of this dystopic nightmare and decide to eat a shotgun. I'm done at 70 whether I have shit paid off or have saved enough. Don't care. I will not die working. Go for SMTH, like 32 hours 4/8, with 3-day weekend. Do it now. Yes. Once I can save up 25-30x my annual expenses. Our coast fire might be for you. Didn't plan it. Just did it. It's been 8 years now, and if I can make it another year and a half I can get Social Security. Yes, of course, I am going to win the lottery tomorrow, you'll see. More than likely I will be forced to stop working when I die. Yep, it's called dying. I expect to have to work until at least 65. The problem is that most corporate employers will not hire you after 50-55. And many actively lay off older workers to save on healthcare costs. It's a no-win situation at the moment. But we can change it. I fired my previous employer a few years ago. Some call it retirement. Since I was a key person regarding a product. The company lost a few $100,000 and had to downgrade the product because they totally ignored my warnings about the need to hire a replacement before I retire. My replacement quit after 6 months. Wise decision. I am attempting to put plans into place, but the stopping of work is but a dream at the moment.